What is going on, everybody? Gamers Goon back at you again, this time with your Week 11 college football video. Another crazy week, Week 10. Now we're into Week 11. I believe playoff rankings come out for the first time this week. But as always, let's look at my top 25. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of movement. Vanderbilt, I still like their win, so they didn't move down too much after a loss to Texas. Texas back into the top 25. After their showing against Vanderbilt. Texas, kind of hard to figure out right now, I'm not going to lie. When they play good, they look like one of the best teams in the country. When they play bad, they look like one of the worst teams in the country. Kind of a weird situation going on with Texas. But as you can see, though, Notre Dame, BYU both into the top 10 now. Quite a bit of movement. You see JMU, James Madison, making their debut in the top 25 for me. Georgia Tech, obviously, falling down quite a bit after a loss to NC State. That was definitely not pretty. Really hurts their chances for the rest of the season. But as always, Week 11, we don't have very many high-profile games. We don't have Indiana going up against Michigan or something crazy like that. We do have a couple. For example, we do have BYU, my number 9, going up against my number 8, Texas Tech, which is going to be the one we wrap up this video with, by the way. And then you obviously have A&M and Mizzou. But other than that, I mean, Oregon and Iowa, another little sneaky one there for you. But for the most part, there is not very many games this week that are super high profile, and usually this is the week where you will find somebody, maybe a Notre Dame, or Michigan almost had it happen to them last week against Purdue, where they will drop a game to somebody they shouldn't. One of these teams in this top 25, I guarantee you, will drop a game that they should not this week. So get your popcorn, get on the couch, watch some college football on Saturday. Somebody in this group will fall and really hurt their playoff chances. So, as always, let's get on over to the quick picks. And we have it starting off on Tuesday yet again. Miami, Ohio going up against just regular Ohio. And regular Ohio, the Bobcats, they're going to win this one 28-24. Then we get to UMass going up against Akron. UMass looking for their first win. They're not going to get it. Akron wins 21-17. Then we go to Wednesday. Wednesday we have Northern Illinois going up against Toledo. Give me Northern Illinois to lose it. A close one, low score. I always go low scoring with NIU. But Toledo wins 20-17. Then we get Kent State versus Ball State. Think it's going to be close. I'm going Ball State to win 24-21. Then we get to the Thursday games. There's two as well. We get Georgia Southern going up against Appalachian State. Give me Appalachian State with the victory, 31-24. And then we get UTSA, who had a big win over Tulane. Tulane did not see that coming. We will see what UTSA can do against a good USF team. USF, though, I got them winning 34-28. Kind of an outside chance still to make the playoffs, but they do have a decent resume, so maybe there's some hope there for USF. I am leaning on the side of no, though, in their case. Next, we get Houston versus UCF on Friday. I'm going Houston. Houston coming off a loss. Every time I put Houston in my top 25, they lose, but they're going to beat UCF. I got 28-17. Give me Houston in that one. Next, we get Tulane versus Memphis. Tulane needs a bounce back, and Memphis fighting for their playoff hopes yet again. Give me Memphis in a home game. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But yes, give me Memphis in a home game, 31-27. Don't love it, but I'm going with it. Next, we get Northwestern versus USC. USC, they're creeping back into my top 25 radar. They didn't make it this week. Maybe next week they will. But Northwestern having a solid season. I got USC winning, though, 31-21. Then we get to the Saturday games. Saturday games are where it is at this week. We get Indiana versus Penn State. Beginning of the season, I would say this is a game to watch out for. Penn State made a game against Ohio State relatively interesting for a little bit. Ultimately, though, Ohio State did their thing. Can they do it against Indiana? I'm leaning the side of no. I'm going Indiana 31-17. Next, we get Georgia versus Mississippi State. In that one, I got Georgia winning a close one. Georgia has kind of been weird. They'll play close games, but they will come out on top. So give me them to find a way to find a way. And then we are going to SMU versus Boston College. SMU coming off of a big victory this week. I'm going SMU, the Mustangs, to beat Boston College 27-17. And let's get into our first feature game of the week. And this one is going to be James Madison going up against Marshall. Yes, I know somebody out there is probably like, are we really going to talk about this game? Yes, I am, because JMU is in the top 25, and JMU has an outside chance to make the college football playoffs. They need to be on your radar. I'm going to put them on your radar. Their only loss of the season is against Louisville. Obviously, Louisville is a ranked team. JMU, they pretty much have to be perfect to make it to the playoffs, but you need to start paying attention to JMU. JMU, if they can sweep the rest of this season and win a conference championship, I'm not saying that they will be a playoff team, but they are going to be one of those teams that have a case to be one of the last teams in the playoffs. JMU, they are, let me give you a brief little overview on JMU. They're 25th in offense. They put up 440-plus yards a game. They run the ball for over 240 a game. That's top 10 in the country. They put up nearly 35 a game. Top 30 in the country. This team's offense does its thing. Defensively, there's not much you can really take away because it's not a great conference, to be quite honest with you. The lowest they rank in anything is third down percentage, and they're top 20. This JMU team is really good for the level they're at. Really, really, really talented for the level that they are at. This is a game that I expect Marshall to probably give a fight for a little bit. Marshall 4-4. You can maybe see them do something like they did against Coastal Carolina. You can maybe see them do something that they did against like Louisiana or Missouri State. They'll stick around. They will stick around. But I think ultimately in the fourth quarter, that's where JMU makes their run, pushes it out of reach. I don't think Marshall stands a chance here. I really don't. I am all in right now on this JMU team. I've been looking for that final team in the college football playoffs, and I think JMU could be them. I think they might be the team. Because you looking like Boise, they dropped off, right? USF, they dropped off, right? Memphis had that loss that really started to make me second guess everything. We are looking for that team that could be the non-group of four representative in the college football playoffs. Can it be James Madison? The short answer is yes. The long answer is there is a lot that will have to happen in order for them to be in the playoffs, but James Madison is a team we need to start looking into. They are a team that is quickly becoming apparent as one of those teams to potentially have a chance. I'll be interested to see what the playoff committee says this week when I see the playoff rankings come out. I would argue JMU deserves to be in that initial top. Do they release top 12 or top 25? I don't know exactly how many they release. But in the initial rankings, I would argue that JMU at least needs to be mentioned. At least needs to be mentioned as a team that can make it. So with that being said, look out for JMU. I'm rocking with JMU in this game, 42-21. I think it's a game that ultimately will come down to just JMU's offense being much, much, much more talented than Marshall's. All right, back to more quick picks, and we are going to go over to Southern Miss versus Arkansas State. Going to be an interesting game there. Think it'll be close. I'm going Southern Miss to win 24-21. Next, we get Temple versus Army. I'm going to do the same score, but I'm going to flip it. We're going to go with the home team. Army going to beat Temple 24-21. Next, we get to Colorado versus West Virginia. West Virginia is hard to figure out. They can beat some teams, but they also just aren't great themselves. They're going to beat Colorado, though. Give me 28-21 against Colorado. And we get the Citadel versus Ole Miss. The Citadel versus Ole Miss in Week 11. Play this game in like Week 2. I mean, it's a free win for Ole Miss. Hey, like I said, somebody's going to lose this week. If the Citadel beat Ole Miss, I will be the happiest person alive. But I'm going to say they won't. I'm going to say they won't. 49-6. It's going to be bad. Missouri State going up against Liberty. Give me Liberty to win that one, 27-21. Ohio State going up against Purdue. Purdue gave Michigan a scare. I don't think they do the same with Ohio State. I'm going with 35-9 for Purdue to lose that one. Next, we get to Bowling Green versus Eastern Michigan. Going to be a low-scoring 17-10 win for Bowling Green. UAB versus Rice. Close one. I'm leaning Rice, 24-21. Maryland versus Rutgers. I like this Maryland team, but they've started to stumble lately. They're going to bounce back against Rutgers, 27-21. Jacksonville State going up against UTEP. This should be a win for Jacksonville State, to be honest with you. I'm going 27-17. Louisiana Tech going up against Delaware. I am taking Louisiana Tech to win 27-24. Tulsa versus FAU. I like FAU here simply because I don't trust Tulsa. 21-17 there. Give me FAU. Charlotte versus Eastern Carolina. I'm taking Eastern Carolina here, 28-17. And then the last one before more feature picks is we are going FIU versus Middle Tennessee, and we are taking FIU to win that one, 24-21. Just going to be one of those awkward games there. All right, let's get into another feature game here. And this one is going to be, there we go, my hotkeys finally worked. We got Oregon going up, flying across country again to go play Iowa. And I'm debating on, maybe I should try to find my way over to this game, right? Big game here for both sides. I think Big Noon's going to be there. Obviously, Oregon kind of in their own heads. I'm an Oregon fan, right? In their own way, they need to kind of be perfect for the rest of the season, right? You're kind of hoping that either Indiana or Ohio State drop one and you can maybe slide your way into a Big Ten championship game. Ultimately, though, that is out of your control. All you can do is win and make your case for the college football playoffs. Another hiccup like you had against Indiana could be the final straw. And Iowa is a capable team. Iowa, they will come out there and they will show you a good defensive game. They will get in and try to fluster Dante Moore. Oregon, this Iowa team also is a better offensive team than years past. Oregon has to be on their A game to win this one. I'm an Oregon fan. I'm backing them, obviously. Let me put on my little headband here and show you, we're going with Oregon. We're picking Oregon in this one, but I'm not super confident about it. I wasn't super confident in the Indiana one, right? I knew it was going to be a tough game. This is going to be another tough game. It's a road game against Iowa. Iowa's going to be a tough opponent. You saw kind of Oregon being able to walk into the whiteout in Penn State and handle their own, right, and do what they needed to do. But Penn State obviously taking a step back. This game is no different than that Penn State game. This team is not as talented as Indiana, but it is a physical team. Oregon will still need to come out and play their top brand of football. That's how they got to approach this game, and that's how they're going to go out there and win this game. You cannot rely on Iowa coming in and not being able to score. We've seen that time and time again this season with Iowa. They can put up points. So you got to be careful, but I'm going with Oregon to win this one, and they are going to win this one, in my opinion, 28-21 if I had to give it a number. So we are going to go back into more quick picks, and we are going to Syracuse versus Miami. Miami coming off of that loss. They will have a good one here, though, 38-17 against Syracuse. Next, you get TCU versus Iowa State. TCU will be hosting, and they will win 27-24. Next, we get Kansas versus Arizona. Going to be an interesting one. I'm going with Arizona to win that one since they're at home, 27-24. Duke versus UConn. Give me Duke to win it. Don't love that pick, but I'm going with Duke, 28-24. And now we are back to more feature games. And this one is another game that I kind of debated about being one of the best games of the week, and that's A&M versus Mizzou, right? Let's go back. This is my number 3 team in the country going up against number 19. Like, this is a trademark game. Could have been the game of the week. I went with the other one, right? Either way, this is going to be a big one. A&M, I love the way that they are playing. Marcel Reed, obviously, being one of the best QBs in the country at the moment. Bo Pribula has kind of been banged up on the injury report. Not sure if he's playing. Kind of taking that into consideration. We always consider the best case scenario for Mizzou, and that is that Bo Pribula plays. I don't trust that a not healthy Bo Pribula could win this game. I definitely don't trust that the backup could win this game. Either way, to me, this is a 27-24 game. Texas A&M, just the better team overall. Texas A&M, just a team that at this point I trust more, has more firepower. Give me A&M to win 27-24 in this one. Next, we get into more quick picks. I'm logging my timestamps just so you're not confused. Next, we get Kennesaw State going up against New Mexico State. We are going Kennesaw State to win 24-20. Then we get to Auburn versus Vanderbilt. We are taking Vandy to win 24-10. Georgia State going up against Coastal Carolina. Give me Coastal Carolina to win that one, 28-17. Washington going up against Wisconsin. We are taking Washington 38-6. Stanford versus UNC. We are taking UNC in a close one, 24-21. Texas State going up against Louisiana. We are taking Texas State to win 38-31. Air Force versus San Jose State. San Jose State, I'm going 28-21 for them. Don't feel confident. Cal versus Louisville. Louisville, you got to win 35-28. Wake Forest versus UVA. Virginia, you have to win 32-28. Florida State versus Clemson. I kind of flipped a coin here. I'm going Clemson 24-21. Both brands not playing great football at the moment. Navy versus Notre Dame. This one going to be interesting. I'm going Notre Dame, though, to do what they've been doing. 38-10. Navy might be able to hang around, though. And then we get to Florida versus Kentucky. Low score. Florida wins 17-13. Nevada versus Utah State. Give me Utah State 27-17. Nebraska versus UCLA. I am taking Nebraska all the way in that one, 28-24. UNLV versus Colorado State. We are definitely going with UNLV with a bounce back, 28-14. And then we go to Sam Houston versus Oregon State. Oregon State's going to win that one 21-6. All right, we have two last ones. I forgot that we went over this one. This one's LSU versus Bama. LSU versus Bama. Big game. Big game. Nussmeier, there's been some talk that they were going to go to Michael Van Buren, but it sounds like Nussmeier's the guy. Really talented QB. Hasn't looked great this year. Ty Simpson is the complete opposite of that. He has looked great this year. Heisman convo, like, this guy is legit. Ty Simpson is that guy. There is a reason why Alabama with a loss is in my top 5. Because they're a really good football team. I really like this Alabama team. I think they can go very far this year. I am taking Alabama all the way in this one. 31-21. LSU can give them a fight, but I don't care. Alabama, the better team. Alabama playing great football at the moment. Alabama will win this football game. Give me Alabama. Go and roll Tide. All right, and then we have the last one of this video, and that is BYU versus Texas Tech. I'm excited for this one for good reason. BYU and Texas Tech, both top 10 teams for me. BYU, you know I love you, BYU. You know I love you. I've been higher on you than most from the get-go. AP's starting to put you a little bit higher than me, but from the get-go, I've been repping BYU. I've been saying BYU. I've been saying it. I've been backing BYU. I want to continue to back BYU. I love me some BYU football. I watched a lot of BYU this season simply because I was super high on them, right? And then they keep playing these close games, and I'm like, okay, do I need to be worried about BYU? I don't. BYU is good. They are good. My eyes have not lied to me before with BYU. However, there is one issue when it comes to BYU. And that issue is that you are playing Texas Tech, who I think, outside of their loss, could have been playing national championship caliber football all season. Could have been. Have they been? This is a great Texas Tech team. They are. This is a Texas Tech team that belongs. This is a Texas Tech team that is really, really good and could win a national championship if they make it to the playoffs. And at the end of the day, I know I have this love for BYU. I know I'm rooting for BYU in this game. I'm not mad if BYU wins, but I do have to take Texas Tech in this one. I have to go with Texas Tech. They're just, on paper, the better team. I'm going 35-31. Texas Tech, give me the Red Raiders. Don't love it. I'm going with my head, not my heart. My heart's telling me BYU. My head is telling me the Red Raiders. I am taking what my head is telling me. I am trusting that my initial instinct that Texas Tech will win this game is right. My heart wants BYU to win. I'm pulling for BYU to win. I think Texas Tech will win. So give me Texas Tech, and that will wrap it up for your Week 11 college football prediction video. Now, I have to do some editing on the back end, just a little bit of breaking the fourth wall or third wall, whatever you call it, because my computer has crashed 3 times trying to make this. So I do have to do some editing on the back end, but it is what it is. So we will get that all sorted out and get this video uploaded for you. But anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more of the college football videos. As always, just let me know down below who you think is going to win this week and who you're a fan of. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.